Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, I'll show you guys how you can customize your checkout page. So the reason why I'm creating this video is a lot of comments which you guys gave me on my other videos that you want a basic to or intermediate level video where you want me to show you guys how you can customize your Shopify checkout page. So it's a basic level tutorial where you will learn how to customize your Shopify checkout page. So make sure to watch the complete video without any further delay. Let's get into the screen. So guys, that is my development store backend. And in order to customize the checkout page, I'm going to go to settings. And here we have this option checkout. And here we have a bunch of different options for fields of the checkout. So first here we have customer contact method. In order for you to take phone and number both as a required field, you'll have to click here. Otherwise, if you just want your customer to fill up the email, you can select this field here and they won't be prompted to add in the phone number as the required field. But the suggested way to go is to both have phone number and email as required. And here it is saying that an SMS app is required to send SMS updates, meaning you'll have to add an additional app on your store in order to send SMS confirmation of the order. Here we have a way to track for the customers if they are using Shop. So that is a Shopify app. So if they have ordered using this Shop app, they'll have a link where they'll be able to track the orders. Here we have the option in order for customer to sign into their account before checkout. So if they are not logged in, they won't be able to place an order if it is checked. If it is unchecked, any guest, anyone can order without logging in, right? So that's the option here. Here we have some other information about customer information. If you want only last name to be required, or if you want first and last name to be required, or if you want to include the company name, or there are some other options which we have showing up. Now here we have the option to display a checkbox if the customer wants to opt into your email as a subscriber or not. You can basically customize this label which shows up on the checkout page. Here we have our abandoned checkout email settings, meaning if someone added product to the cart and fill up the form but didn't just purchase the product, it is going to automatically send the email. And here we have this view automation option where it is going to open an automation settings which you can tweak in based on the recovery for the customers. Now, in order to work on this automation, you'll have to install an app which is called Flow. That is the app of the Shopify, which is already installed on my development store, but I'm not going to go into more details of this Shopify Flow app because it is a topic for another video. And I've also created one video for a Shopify Flow app, which you can use to create a lot of different types of automation, which will help you reduce your abandoned cart and increase the conversion rate, right? So this is for abandoned checkout, and this is the option where you will be sending this to anyone. And this is for the option where it will only send to the subscribers of your store. And here is the option for 10 hours. I mean, this all is for automation settings. Here we have the option of editing the checkout language. If you want to change the language of your checkout, you can do it here. And here we have the option on how you collect shipping and billing address. So if I click here, you can see we have these different options where it is basically asking the customer to require to match the shipping and billing address, and they'll have to add it separately. But this is not recommended because it is going to slow down the checkout process. So the first option is recommended as it says, and here it is the option to validate shipping address. Shopify has the mechanism on the backend to validate the shipping address, right? And here we have the option to add the limit, meaning if you want your store to be limited for the quantity of that specific item, meaning you don't want your customer to add item more than 5 or whatever the number may be, you can add the settings here. So if you click here, you'll be able to add the limit that for one specific item, they won't be able to purchase more than 50 items for one specific variant of that product. You can change the limit to 10, 5, or whatever the limit may be you think is good for your store. Okay, now let's check out the visual settings on how you can change the visual layout of the checkout. And in order to do so, all you have to do is just click on this customize checkout button here. And before we do so, I would like you guys to know that there's a link in the description through which if you sign up, you will get your store for just $1 a month. Shopify keep changing their offer, limited time offers. If you use that link, you will be able to sign up for your store for just $1 a month. So make sure to try that out. Also, we have created an app for you guys in order to increase average order value. The app name is called Big Perk Discount, and it is an easiest way to set up the volume discount or tier based discount. It also comes with a really nice looking widget which you can add on your product page to display the volume discount which you are offering. The app is available for 7 days free trial. Make sure to try for 7 days, and if you think that it's not helping you increase the average order value, you can simply uninstall. So there is no harm, all win-win situation. Make sure to try that out. Link will be in the description. Okay, now back to the video. And now we will move on to the customization of the visual checkout settings, meaning if you want to change the colors, you want to change the logo or something like that. So click on this customize button here. I'm going to hit save here because we did some changes here. So let's click on customize. Here you can see that we have this option to add the logo. So if you want to not to have this text of your website, you can simply add in the logo. So if I add in any of the image, maybe I do have the logo image. Let me search for that. Okay, I do have the logo of my company, so I'm just going to place that. Here you can see that the logo of my company is showing up, and I can adjust the width of the logo as well to whatever it seems fit, right? Here we can change the logo alignment to be left, center, right. I personally prefer the left. And here we have the option of changing the logo position to be order summary. We can place it above the order summary, and we can also place it above the checkout form. But we want to have it full width because I want to show you how the background image will look like. So we can also place the background image here. So if you click on background image here, you'll be able to add the background image. I'm just going to use any of my store image for now, just to show you guys. Now here you can see that our background image is showing up. We can also change the background image for this part here, which is called the checkout form. And we can also change the background image for this part here, which is for the order summary, right? So if I try to add in any of the image here, let's see if it shows up. I'm also going to add the image for the summary page just to see how it looks. Obviously, it's not going to look good because the images which I'm adding are just random images just to show you guys. But it's just to show you guys that how, what are the options which you can do in order to customize the checkout page, right? I'm going to remove these images because it is making me hard to show you guys how to change the layout, right? So I've removed all of the background images. And here we have the option to change in the colors. So if I try to change it to black, you can see that we have these colors changing up here. So if I change it to red, you can see that this color change is visible here. So that is accent color. And also we have this icon changed here. So that is for this. And here we have the option to change in the button colors. And this field is for changing the error text color. And here we have the fields and card. So currently it is the white background. We can change it to transparent as well. And you can see that this field is now showing up as transparent as opposed to the white, right? So it is changing the background for this field. And here we have the option to change in the fonts. Let's try changing some of them. Cool. And here we have the option to change in the body fonts. And here we have the checkout layout. So previously on Shopify, it was a 2-page. So if I click on here, we have these, 3-page, not the 2-page. So previously it was by default 3-page checkout. Then on the latest version, Shopify added this 1-page checkout, which is basically to speed up the process of a checkout. So if you want to move on to the old method of the 3-page checkout, which is not recommended at all, you can do that as well. Here you can see it will ask the customer information, then it will go to the shipping, then it will go to the payment. So that is the 3-page layout, which was previously used on the Shopify, but it is recommended to use 1-page checkout, which is the faster method to do the checkout. Here we have the option of address auto completion. So it is basically automatically pick the address from the browser cookies. So user will not have to add in the address all manually. It is going to automatically grab the address. They'll just add in the email address and the rest of the information will be filled automatically. Here we have the option to enable or disable buy again button. And other than these customization, if you want to add in some custom blocks, you can do that with the free Shopify app. So there's an app by Shopify called Shopify Checkout Blocks. It is a free Shopify app which you can use, and these are the customization options which you can add. So add new field to the customer. This requires Shopify Plus. Shopify Plus is a pretty expensive subscription Shopify. So they have added some additional option on this app to be used in Shopify Plus. But for the normal Shopify subscription, you can add these icons like this. You can add dynamic and static content. And there are some other option of customization in this app which you can use to customize Shopify checkout. If you want me to create a detailed video on Shopify checkout blocks, let me know in the comments below. I'll create a detailed video on how you can use Shopify checkout blocks. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys like it. Until next video, have a great day.